We'll start recording. Okay. Hello, Plastic Addicts. Welcome back to Jason's Model Shop live stream, where I build models and show you the process, and not just the what, but the why things are done the way they're done. I was doing the Snowberry on Wednesdays, but because I'm not unfamiliar with boats, I am going to do this one just as reels and photos on Instagram to get my head around it. But the Titanic will do, excuse me, as a live. So what did we do last time? Well, last time we got the secondary hull of the Kelvin finished, or almost finished. And in the in-between time, I went ahead and kind of wrapped it up. Come here, you. And we'll just go ahead and plug this in. There's that. And this. And what have I done? Well, one thing I do is move those two apart. I trimmed off all the fiber optic leads. Oh, pardon me, I don't need this on. So we have some nice windows, hopefully not too bright. Warp grill, I didn't run them back far enough because of space issues, so I do have this dim spot at the back. And I did add an LED in the back to light this, and I was hoping it would throw some light back to fill that. No such luck, but it is what it is. Live and learn. And the thing I'm most proud of and really think is the coolest is the Bussard collector. All assembled, put together, added the photo etch at the bottom. And actually, you know what, I'm going to leave OBS up so I can actually see this in real time. Yeah. Yeah, look how good that looks. Things didn't come out so well. I had to re-etch a bunch of the lines after I kind of sanded and filled this. And some came out pretty well, some did not. This is what I get for doing it without proper lighting. But I'm actually not going to fix these. I am going to see if I can integrate kind of some of the damage in when I do the weathering on this. So what's left to do on this section is give it a gloss coat, pin wash to highlight all the recessed areas and lines, and the registry. And that guy's good to go. And we're going to keep on building. Oops. Do you, oh, hey man. God, I'm sorry if I say this wrong. I am Enid. I apologize. Do you hear a cat or do you just hear my stuffy nose? What's going on tonight? Thanks for tuning in. You working on anything right now? Let me know if you're still here. I'm so bad at looking at the chat. I may have responded a little late to that message. I'm getting better. I'm trying. It's getting this whole thing kind of figured out. It's been complex, and I've actually been avoiding it for a very long time. So we're going to keep building this upwards. So I'm going to dig out the lower saucer. So we're going to put the green strawberry piece in. Put you there. Excuse me. So we have that. And this guy. So that's going to replace this, one that has no detail on it whatsoever. And we're probably going to go a little bit smaller on that, so let me Excuse me. My allergies are a bit... Well, my allergies are always a problem. But with the seasonal transition here, there wasn't much of a fall. So fall's always bad. Spring's always bad. Summer's always bad. Can't even say there's any relief in the wintertime because there's not a lot of fresh air. So, all the time. So I'm a little sniffly right now, more so than usual. So I apologize in advance. Take another sip. So crack this out, take another look at the instructions. As I've said before, I really do like the green strawberry stuff, and it looks like I may have lost a page. Oops. That's okay though, because this also might come with the Bussard collector, and I already got rid of those instructions. Not really a problem though, because we're going to dig out the Dremel, and we'll kind of do this in the more traditional fashion. Got my screw bar, my drill box. As I said, this thing's super convenient. Just slide it to the number you want, and then let's see how she drops, but there we go. And as I said, I got the chuck for this. Very handy tool. Way easier than the collets. And we get that put in. Oh, pardon me, Jose. Oh, sorry, Joe's. Look at my glasses. Joe's 2F. Holy shit, Joe's too fast for you. I like that. That's very clever. The bigger scale enterprises do the second pilot in 350, and the refit. The refit is the Star Trek II version, and that's a commission build for a gentleman in Florida. Alright, so for anyone who hasn't done the... I turn that off. For anyone who hasn't done this before, basically, I got my 1mm drill bit. We're going to drill all the way around to get this piece out. So this is the boring part. I should really put some music over this, but I have no idea how to use these programs yet at all. I'll eventually figure it out. Refit and Excelsior, both 1000 scale, Joe? No, I don't like that. Nice. I've got a I can't see it. I got a 1000 scale Excelsior back there. I got a 1000 scale refit. It's not nearly as good though. That reissued 1000 scale Excelsior is something else. One of the things we're using this, I tend to run it too high for speed, and then the glue, or then the plastic melts to it. But yeah, the 1000 scale Excelsior reissue, especially with the wallpaper decals, is so good. Yeah, right on, Joe. Hey, anything you want to see? I got a lot of stuff on Instagram over at Jason's Model Shop over there. It's actually the same handle on every social media network, so check it out. Give her a look and hit me up. And oh, hey, anyone who's still listening and engaged, how's the audio on this? Are you only getting one channel? Let me know, because when I do the recording, I've only got one channel, so I have to set it to mono when I do the edit. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Joe's too fast for you. Oh my god, I love that. I really do. Okay, so part of the reason this has been a little rough is this has a ridiculously reinforced internal structure. For such a small model, and the saucer carries no load, all this stuff is ridiculous. But this is this is indicative of Moebius models, because we're going to build a ridiculously strong structure, unnecessarily strong structure inside. Like, they took this idea from the refit, or sorry, pardon me, the 350 original series Enterprise that Polar Lights released. They have a structure in here, but that's because the saucer is 17 inches in diameter. This is 8. This and this is grossly unnecessary. What would have been better is if they had have built the sides into the saucer. But I guess it's a moot point, because now, I was talking to Jerry at HDA Model Works, which is also my primary supplier for stuff, and other times I use Steve at Cultman TV and whatever source I can find for things. Jerry's kind of my go-to. He was telling me that Moebius Models has been purchased by Pegasus, and whether it was still Moebius or later, they let their Star Trek line, their license lapse for Star Trek, and they let their Battlestar license lapse. So I would say no one's making any Kelvin Universe stuff anymore. So if that's true, and you see this, get it while you can. Like I said, Moebius is so weird. Some things are bang on, and then other things are just junk. So we're going to need another tool for this, and that's why I have my box of goodies. So what are we going to need? Well, we are going to need this guy right here. Kind of like this tool, kind of a good multi-purpose. But we're going to need this to cut away all this bullshit. But first thing we're going to do is put this drill bit back, because losing these sucks. That is handy. Once again, the gentleman on YouTube who told me about this, I surely appreciate it, whose name I've forgotten right now, so that's a bit embarrassing. Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and crack this open, and I got to take it all off. For now, I'm only going to focus on here, but I think I have to remove it all because I need to be able to run fiber optics for the windows. So this is also going to need material removed. So you got the, apologize, I'm still very stuffed. So we got all these windows. They're square. I'm going to drill them round because of the size. Oh, hey, hey, Fenny Golf. Ooh, rating with a party. Oh, that's cool. And Nikki Reed. Hey, y'all. Thanks for joining me. There's all sorts of fun going on. If you're a modeler, you know what this is all about. Anyway, so yeah, I need to drill these out. We're going to go around. I'm going to go 0.5 millimeter instead of the 3/4 millimeter I went in here. They're just a bit too bright. But that'll be fine because they're going to be under the saucer. So 0.5 millimeter, but I got to open all this stuff up, which is a pain because that stuff also has mounting points all around the saucer. So just like, ugh. Friggin' Moebius. Actually, so okay, Venigo, for your question, I do still have the Flower Class Corvette, but I'm primarily a sci-fi modeler, and this has so many tiny parts. Like I'm working on the last time I was working on the depth charge rack, and there's, like I said, so many little bits and pieces. So I gotta stop and paint. It's not making for a very good show. So I'm gonna do this primarily on my Instagram, I think. So it'll be pictures and reels on there, so I can kind of get my head around everything. Like with the Star Trek ship, they're kind of all the same, so I've kind of got that figured out. Procedures and what I need to do to prep and whatnot. Whereas this, I'm not quite there yet because there's a lot of detail just going to be going back here. So I'm going to use this as a practice one on Instagram. But I have a 400 scale Titanic, the Academy one, their special, their anniversary edition that has all the photo etch and wooden deck and whatnot. I'll probably do that on here. Also getting used to streaming, so doing a much simpler build like this, which is turning out to be much more complicated than I thought. Like once I added fiber optic lighting, it kind of changed the whole ballgame. This will help me get myself grounded in doing this. And yeah, as you said, you've done a battleship before, so you get it. Because, like, I can do these fiddly bits, but then they're not painted. So, you know, I gotta paint the depth charges, then paint the racks separate from each other, and it's not an interesting show, so I'm going to do this one off screen, get it figured out, and yeah. Oh, right on. Thanks, my man. I just may do that. I'm actually really bad about being on Twitch. I miss a lot of stuff because I kind of only log in to do my thing. Because this actually serves a slightly different purpose than one might think. So I primarily post my builds on Instagram and TikTok. I get very good response there. I've done YouTube for 10 years and it has not been particularly rewarding. So my wife encouraged me to do streaming, and I thought, it took a lot of convincing, that, okay, this is an easy way to make content fairly quickly, and I don't have to plan ahead. I can just kind of free-form build, versus having to think about, okay, well, I need to shoot this, I need to get these things in this order and whatnot. So this was meant for a chance for me just to kind of build freeform and talk about the build as I go, and then they upload them to YouTube. But it seems to be growing. I had like 18 followers when I expected 0 followers. So I very well may take you up on that. Take you up on assistance. Go live on TikTok and bring people to your Twitch. Okay, so how are you doing it? Because are you doing a separate TikTok and recommending your Twitch stream, or are you doing the thing where you go live on multiple platforms at the same time? And if so, can you interact like this when you're on multiple platforms through one thing? Let me know, my man, and while I wait for your reply, I'm gonna do some cutting. So I'm gonna take the stuff in around here, but the rest of this is probably all coming out. Oh yeah, there it is. Cover your ears. Okay, so I see you don't have a big following on TikTok. So then, are you doing? So then, what you're recommending is two separate streams. Then run one to TikTok through a different device simultaneously as I'm doing now. Is that correct? You said yeah, but that might have been my first question or my second question. I'm not sure. Okay, I will keep that in mind because I do have a pretty good following over on the TikTok. Now, of course, followers doesn't mean viewers, but it's been pretty good and rewarding over there. I actually started doing reels on Instagram, and I did a few on TikTok. They weren't they didn't seem to be doing too well at first, and then for whatever reason, something hit and just started doing really well. Now, my results are still vary. I mean, you know, I can't say that every TikTok's going to be a winner. Some get 20,000 views, some get 15. But I will keep that in mind because, yeah, I've done pretty well over there, so it may be worthwhile to do that. Because right now, my setup right now is actually iPhone. So this is an iPhone 8 with the OBS. OBS app, and this one's an iPhone 10 with Epoch, so they're all connected through OBS. So I still have my daily driver, my iPhone 12. So it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. So I will keep that in mind. Look at, I will tell you right now. You said it's a grind. After I've spent years doing YouTube videos, and this is way easier. This is way easier because I need to do less planning and less consideration. Now, when I do the uploads, it's just a straight upload. But it's another form of content separate from the more curated content. But yeah, no, I mean, I had a couple people show up last time that I didn't engage with properly, so I'm not very good at this yet. But you jumping in and engaging, I don't even know how many people are watching because I'm not set up for that. I'm just kind of watching my own feed just to make sure that this guy doesn't duck out on me again. Ooh, 3 people. That's better than the 0 I was expecting. Now, some obviously more than you had. Now, is that for your modeling or for your gaming? And I'm probably going to turn this up again, so watch your ears, everyone. We'll kick in the high gear. Both. Really? Because I will tell you this. So I actually just happened to stumble on your... Because I'm not much of a gamer. My wife's the gamer. She was streaming for a while, but she's been doing mod for... She's been moderating someone else's channel who I don't know their name. She may get back to streaming at some point. So I didn't actually find you through your streaming. I just happened to log in one day, and I looked in the model builder set because I was trying to figure what heading to put this under. Arts and crafts or model builder, because it looks like model builder doesn't do very well as far as a a Twitch channel. But yeah, so I just happened to, because I was model building originally, went to arts and crafts. I'm like, no, this doesn't. It may hurt me. I'm going to go back to model building, and then you were online, and I was like, okay, this is. I think you might have just been wrapping up when I found you. But it's like from the few that I've seen, yours is a bit more engaging. Like, okay, I'm going to follow this. I'm going to follow this guy. I apologize. I'm saying guy. I don't want to misgender anyone. So if I am, I apologize. But yeah, I found your. Yeah, well, that's just it. I had the same thought. Is that if I go to Model Builder instead of Arts and Crafts, which is kind of loaded with a general thing, I'll go to Model Builder and maybe I'll get lucky and people will stumble on this. And it seems to be working. So I think I'm up to, what is it? Hold on a second here. Twitch. Go to my channel. Oh, I'm live, so it doesn't tell me anymore. I think I had 18 followers when I checked it out, which is super cool. Because I said I didn't expect anyone. I really didn't, because I know that Twitch is a crowded place. I know it's primarily, when I think of Twitch, I think of video games, which definitely seems to be more your area. You gotta jump over there. Yeah, what were you? Bear with me a second. Oh, this is being. Oh, I guess when I'm live, the interface is a bit weird. Whatever. Anyway, so I feel like gaming is, you're more on that side than the model building side. So obviously I've been chatting with Fenny Twitch user Fenny over here, and not really telling me what I'm doing, which is basically just for anyone tuning in. We're working on the USS Kelvin. I need to hog this out so I can put in a detailed lower sunstorm. Which, by the way, this is just another thing with Moebius. Just like, here's all this detail. No, we're not doing that. Just hopefully they're better under Pegasus if they release anything I'm ever going to buy again. But yeah, so there's that. So I've used a small drill bit to go around this. I've had to remove the section material. The rest of this is going to have to come off. But I need to open this up so I can slide that in. Well, I'm going to tell you, if you got a few minutes, my friend, I'm going to tell you a story. So I've been a model builder forever, but primarily always Star Trek. I've always kind of liked the aesthetic. Like when I was younger, I tried boats and planes and cars, and they never turned out well, but I kind of started doing all right with Star Trek. Now, back in 2012, we had a baby, and she was stillborn. And it was awful, as one would expect. I just started modeling again. And putting more effort into it. I mean, I guess it's a good... How healthy this is, I don't know. But maybe it's a good form of therapy. In that, as you know, if you've been doing it, it is... oh, I'm sorry, man. It fucking sucks. And no one gives a shit about that. If that was your experience. So yeah, it's model building... Not so much when we're doing it this way, this is kind of interactive. But when you're solo, it's going to be meditative and you kind of focus on the work and clear your mind and whatnot. So I just started building again and been going from there. Did a few commissions over the years, but I'm kind of more serious about it now. So I just the original series Enterprise, built based on the first pilot, is going to its new home in 2 days, and there goes that again. Yeah, I gotta find a better solution. So I might have to use a webcam for this because it keeps ducking out. I started doing commissions. I did some commissions. Now I'm more serious about it. The first official one of this year is going to do its new home Friday. And the other one, the refit that I'm working on, is probably going to be May before it's done, because I'm taking my time on it, because that 350 refit, it's a wonderful, terrible kit. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. You get it. You get it. All right. Watch your ears again. I'm going to turn this up. Maybe I'll show the camera. Nice. Well, I'm hoping to get into some other stuff. I've got well, so I got the Snowberry, the Corvette, because that's a RCN escort from World War II, so I'm very into that. I got a B-25 back there. I got the Titanic. Someone just reached out to me with the 1/32nd scale Tamiya F4U Corsair. FU4? F4U? I got to get a price on that. But I'm curious. I watched a couple of the builds up to see what it would take. That is an impressive. I mean, one, the Corsair is an impressive plane, but that model is very, very impressive. Okay, so obviously I used all my various tools, drill bits, grinding disc, and whatever this is, to open this up. But obviously, this doesn't fit yet, so I need to work on opening that up to get this to a point that we can. Oh, I should also say, last car I did made my own hand bend aluminum. No shit. Oh, what scale was that? Did you do that in 124? So for anyone who's just jumping in or is watching a replay of this, 124. Oh God. You're a braver man than I am. I'm actually talking to Twitch user Fenny Golf, who's a gamer and model builder. So check out his channel. But yeah, so you did a 124 scale hand bend aluminum headers. I don't even bother putting wires in the hood of my 124 scales. So yeah, you are a better. My hat is off to you. I do have a 1/16 scale Firebird. Funny story. I started it, and someone reached out to me. He's like, "Yeah, we can build Knight Rider parts for it." 3D printing company, probably just a new upstart, and you know, back and forth on that, and you know, then after weeks, so I put my whole build on hold. Like, okay, it's ready, and they said they sent it out, and then nothing showed up, and they're like, "We don't know what happened. We're gonna send another one." Nothing showed up. I didn't bother reaching out to them because by that point I kind of lost interest. But I gotta tell you, if I can ever find Knight Rider parts for that 1/16 Firebird. So I've actually got two. Custom brake line. Oh, custom brake lines on the Semi you're working on now. Oh, hey, unrelated, Fenny. This might sound weird, but as a kid I'm really into. I don't know how I'm going to buy it. Round 2, AMT just released this old Ford C100 garbage truck. It looks amazing. I don't know why I'm so into it. I may pick one up. I'm in Canada, so it just hit shelves here recently, which means it was in the US 3 months before. Because it takes forever for new stuff to get here. It's so frustrating. The USS Grissom in 350 when they released it, instead of getting it from Jerry at HJ Model Works out of the US, I opted to wait for it to show up in Canada. It took 3 months. It would always Anyway. Eagle Moss, funny. Well, currently they're out of business. They're working to find buyers for the company or the licenses, but there's a lot of people who are halfway through building some of their subscription models who are very, very displeased right now. Yeah, this happened about a couple months ago, actually. And what Finney is referring to is the Eagle Moss metal models. Oh, you got the Ghostbusters one. That who is he? There's a guy on here. World of Wayne. He's doing or has done one of those. It looks fantastic. So you're doing the ECTO one. Have you stopped receiving your was it monthly, weekly orders? Like I assume it was all of Eagle Moss that's in bankruptcy protection, but maybe their individual licenses are insulated. I'm not sure, but I know that the Build the Enterprise D, the big 2-foot one, yeah, people are not getting their stuff because the whole thing is on hold while they get their creditor issues sorted out. Oh, yeah, no. So they didn't send you an email saying, "Oh, hey, we fucked up." Which is disappointing. I mean, I got to be honest. Like for the most part, I was not a fan of Eagle. Now they're big ones like you're doing the subscription ones. Those are very high quality, but they're kind of smaller ones. They're little shelf ones, or at least for Star Trek, they're not great. I mean, they're okay. I mean, for your, we'll call it not serious collector, they'd be just fine. But I mean, generally the painting's wrong, the markings are wrong. So yeah, well, I would say so probably check out their website. There's probably some information up there now. I do know that there are people behind the scenes who are trying to get Eagle Moss sorted out so they can get these things back in order, because despite maybe management not being good at their jobs, I think some of the ground level people, developers, designers, have a passion for the stuff. So after 10 pounds of ECTO 1 metal just lying around. Yeah. Yeah, check their website. I'm sure there's updates coming, because I do know that they are working on getting a solution to this, because they're not out of business because people aren't interested in the product. They're out of business because of mismanagement. So, yeah, I don't know where you'd look, but check that out, and you can probably get some updates on what is going on with that, and get you back on track. Yeah, it looks like a beautiful thing. I don't know if Eagle Moss does it, but someone does the Knight Rider, someone does the Back to the Future DeLorean, and they just look gorgeous. All right, you know what? Okay, first things first. This thing where I'm using this high-powered tool to open this up, I would not recommend to the beginner. I'm just getting impatient. So I know it's not going to fit, but let's see how we're doing here. Okay. I think I'm going to have to go to the absolute limit of this opening to make this work. Oh, hey, Fanny, I want to say, I mean, I don't expect you to stick around forever, but thanks for dropping in and and chat it up. Because I apologize, like I said, I'm a bad Twitch user. I don't actually tend to use it in my everyday. For keeping up on things, I said I'm definitely more of a passive consumer, so like Instagram, TikTok, whatnot. So if you got things there, hit me up. Oh, hello, Aaron. Hey, Aaron, are you ever planning on streaming again? Fenny is also a gaming streamer and model making streamer. And who is it? Who is it you're moderating for? I can never remember the name or names. I'm probably going to put my... yeah, sorry, yeah, Aaron, yeah, you. Gotcha. Cool. Thanks for putting that up there. I should probably, you know what? I should be using the sanding drum for this. We might switch over to that because we still don't really have a perfect fit. We're getting closer though, and that's what adding aftermarket parts. That's really what it's about. Cut, fit, cut, fit, cut, fit. Micro adjustments, because otherwise you can end up with a oh my god, Fenny. Yeah, dude, take off. Thanks for jumping in. Stay in touch. I'll try to stay in touch. Put your links if you're on anywhere besides besides Twitch, if you would, because as I said, I'm not very good at keeping in touch on here. Alright, so I'm going to switch to the sanding drum. Just a little bit better fit for this. Oh, perfect, just like me. Yeah, I will look into that and take care. Oh my god, this is so good. Oh, look at that. Wow, that, okay. And, oh my god. Look at that. Yeah. Okay, and we're going to glue that bad boy in. That's the first time I've actually been able to use the barrel, because I never have any perfect circles in that size I need to do. Oh goodness. Okay. I'm too fat for a belt. Alright, suspender life, here I come. And everything's still running, yes. Okay. Okay, yep, look at that. That is wonderful. So, just using crazy glue for this because you can't use regular modeling glue on resin parts. Oop. Might have been went a bit far and wide. Oh yeah, look at that. And then we'll just dump some in from behind here too, just to kind of fill it up. Well, there we go. Lower sensor dome is in. It's beautiful. Much better than the plain ass bullshit that Moebius put on there. And it's just these little details that make it so much better. And yeah, so we're going to need to remove those. I might just use the barrel on those too, just to grind them out quickly. I'm going to do that off screen because it's just boring to watch. So, let's take a look at the instructions. Because yes, those all go on here. So let's look at the saucer sides and see which parts also need material removed. Because here's the procedure. This guy's in. Put the saucer edges on. Remove all this extra material. Drill out the windows. Light block. And paint. Yeah, we're going to do all the paint. So I got to put these pieces in here. Ooh, we can get into the photo etch. Yes, now we can get into some photo etch. That's a little bit better. Because that too, just to do the phaser rifle turret pieces. Because it comes with those. Yeah, just like this. So it's a bit more detailed than the... Like the kit comes with these little phaser turrets you can put on. They're so small, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And it does come with hatches. But they have a raised, can you see that? Yeah, I want to get it angled. They have a raised marking to indicate the opening points. Whereas this photo etch has recessed lines. A bit more accurate, looks a little bit better. So, yeah, let's put those guys on there. And I think I can do that. Let's do a test. I think I can do that without having to put the kit supplied parts on. And do I need to do that for both? Okay, so it actually has a frame, like a door and a frame. So those are going to take a little bit to do. So it says I put the frame on first, but I might break the rules and do that second. I might put these on, then put the frames on. It might be a little less messy that way. Okay. Oh, let me sit back and take a break here. Because are we going to need any of this anymore? No. No, no, nope. So we're looking at the same number for all of them. 1 and 1. Okay, yeah, same application for top and bottom. So yeah, no worries there. So for photo etch, we've done a little bit before, excuse me. So I like to cut as close as I can to save myself having to file or do any filing or sanding to get rid of the tabs where they're much like a plastic model screw. It has little tabs where it meets. And yeah, I try to keep as close to it as possible so that I don't have to dick around. And that was a good landing. So let's just take a look at this. Because yeah, this will go, okay, yeah, that'll... I would say that'll cover that. Yeah. Just like that. Oh, we're coming up on an hour already. I might call this. So basically... Oh yeah, there's not going to be a stream on Saturday because I'm not going to be here. So I'll remember to take that off the thing. But yeah, I'm actually starting to get tired. So yeah, this was actually a more conversational stream than I expected. So this guy's in, which is great. And then these guys can go just like I did. Cut it out, install it, and we're going to add the framework. So it's pretty straightforward. Maybe I'll put these on before we're done. Just so it's not a kind of complete wasted episode. Also, so I said we're going to be working up, so nacelle, lower saucer, upper saucer, and then the engineering section, which is basically ready for electronics. And I've done a couple things that I hope will make it look pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of here and look at this instead, because this is also going to have an impulse engine with it that's going to need a little bit of light blocking, but the best part is this kit comes with impulse grills. It is such a good kit. It really, really is very, very, very good. Very, very good. And some of the stuff I didn't use I'll save for later. Who knows when they might come in handy. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So there should be two pieces like this. Right. Because silly me, I didn't actually... I just took these off the sprue. I didn't actually... But I think we can... Oh yeah, there we go. Front and sides. Yep. Well, that was easy enough. So yeah, it's going to go like that. Because I'm not going to worry about that too much, actually. Before we do anything else, let's do a little test. We're going to use a 0.5 millimeter, 0.5. Second hair. Three, 5, 4, 4, 5, 5. There we go. This is so tiny that yeah. So I'm gonna do a test because I may have to take extra material off the back to do the windows, but I'm hoping I can just kind of grind or just drill right through that. And we're gonna find out in about a minute here. Nope. Okay. Well, it looks like that'll work, but I think I might still take that off. Because I believe what's supposed to happen is that I do that, then the upper saucer lays on the top, which is going to impact all that. Yeah, so it rests right on there. Okay, so I'm going to have to go by and remove the plastic behind all these windows. And I got to be careful I'm doing it so I don't break these, or at least trying to. Okay, we're doing that with the with this guy. So I'm gonna do one example and then we're gonna call it a night because this is getting a little silly. So convenient. Get these guys on Amazon. And once again, as I said, the chuck for the Dremel is the way to go because you don't have to dick around with collets and the little wrench and whatnot. You can just hit your lock and finger tighten. And there we go. So that doesn't remove all the material. You still have somewhere to mount things too. And there we go. Okay, so that means now when I drill these windows, I don't have to worry with the upper or lower hull resting on the fiber optics that are going through. So I had to do that for each and every one of these. So yeah, so I'm going to do that off screen because that's super duper boring. So it's going to be this procedure over and over again. I'm going to take care of that. Move them onto here, and then of course, as I said, I'm going to take these hatches and glue them in place over where the phaser cannons come out. And that's basically the lower hull. So I said no stream on Saturday because I will not be in the country. We'll come back next Wednesday and put some fiber optics in this and add some lighting and just keep on carrying on. So looks like there's no one else in the comments, so thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time, I hope. Come back, check things out. Jason's Model Shop on every social media platform. Lots of stuff on Instagram and TikTok. A little less so on YouTube because I haven't put a lot of effort into it in the last... Honestly, I always had a love-hate relationship with YouTube. I put a lot of work into it and they don't really help me out. So, Instagram, TikTok is the primary place to find me. Until then, watch my videos so you can master your models. Take care, everybody.